You sighties. Funny people, you. Hey guys, it's Molly here again for another video, and today I'm going to talk about, I don't know, I'm not answering them, that's for sure, 10 questions that I hear often, whether it be in person or in the comment section or on, oh, I thought he was gonna leave me and I got really sad. It's okay, he's staying. These are questions that I hear all the time. Some of them I'm just like over it. You know, I'm like, I've answered it so many times that my answer is like a robot. Like, it's like I have a script for the answer in my head, not because I ever actually wrote one, just because I've answered it so many times that it's like programmed into me to be like, and that's how I do it. And some of these are questions that I'm just like, huh, sighties have some really weird, you know? I watched a video that I will link down below from the channel Cut, and they had like a bunch of different blind people answer, you know, what the most annoying questions they get asked are. I don't find any of this annoying in the sense that like I don't think people should ask me. I always tell you guys, I'm an open book. I want to be here to educate you. I would rather you ask and find out and be educated than go about your life always wondering and assuming and being wrong. I want to be the person who says, no, my disability is not the elephant in the room. I invite you to ask. That doesn't mean there aren't questions that confuse me or that I'm just like in general like over asking, which is part of why I started my YouTube channel, so I could just be like, you could go watch a video on that. So I feel like this whole video is gonna be me being like, promo for another video. But here we go. In no particular order, here are some of the questions that confuse me, that I'm tired of hearing or answering, but will still answer when they're asked. How do you do your makeup? Daily. Daily since I started wearing makeup. Like, I'm 24 and I started wearing makeup when I was like 12. So 12 years ago I started getting this question and I get it every day since. Video, tutorial, linked below. How do you use technology? I got this question, I get this question so often, and I like understood it more back in like 2009, 2010, when technology was not where it is now, but it's 2018, you know? Like, we have Siri, we have Bixby, we have Google, we have Alexa. Like, there's so many talking technologies out there that it's like, yeah, we can do stuff, you know? So, that video, how I use technology, also linked below. But you can see something, right? And this question is always one of those things where when I'm like, oh, I'm blind, but you can see something, right? And it's almost always asked in like this accusatory way where it's like, wait a second, no, you can see something. Like, it's just like this like, and I'm like, okay, calm down, yes, 90% of blind people have remaining vision. Blindness is a spectrum, it's a word, it's the easiest way to explain it. I'm closest to being fully blind and visually impaired, so therefore, saying I'm blind is the easiest way to get across what I see. It's like this like, sometimes you don't want to just have to go into the explanation every time. So, promo for another video. What I really see, linked below. How do you get dressed? I always want to be like sassy with my remark, be like, one leg and then the other. But I know their question is really like, how do you pick out clothes? But I just love when they phrase it as, how do you get dressed? Because it's like, I put, you know, I get dressed the same way everybody else does. Picking out clothes, on the other hand, is a little more tricky. I'll do a video on it, don't worry. That one will come soon. And when I say soon, who knows how soon? I mean, soon could be 5 months. But it'll come eventually. Are you training that dog? No, he's my puppy. I've been a guide dog user for 11 years. Almost never is somebody like, oh, is that your dog? Is that your service dog? People are always like, are you training it? I'm like, why can't he be mine? I'm like, poochie, poochie, poochie. So cute. How do you know when you have your period? This question, I swear, they're like on my, I think it's like top 5 blind girl essentials video. You know what I'm gonna say. It's below. There was like a comment with a thread of hundreds of replies of people just having a conversation about my period. It's just like, wow, people are really fascinated about this. I always joke with my friends, they're like, are you ever gonna make a video where you explain how you know when you have your period? I'm like, yeah, when a tampon company pays me. When I get that sponsorship from like Stay Free or like the Clue app or whatever, That's when you guys will find out. How can you eat with my mouth and a fork and a spoon? Actually, that's a lie. I always use forks. I have a hatred of spoons. But, you know, like with my mouth, I chew. Finger foods, they're pretty popular, you know? There's so many, are eyes that like, I guess this is my question for you. It's like, as a sighted person, are your eyes that important when you're eating? I don't know. It's just so interesting to me. I'm just like, huh. Like sometimes people ask me questions that about things that I've never struggled with, but they ask me as if it's something I must struggle with, and I'm always like, it makes me start to think like, how do sighted people do it, and how different am I doing it? Because I've never had a problem doing it without sight. You sighties. Funny people, you. This one's like the period question. How do you know when to stop wiping when you've gone to the bathroom? And I talked to Shane about this in the video that we did. It's just like, I didn't realize sighted people looked. That's kind of gross, to be honest. I don't know. Ew, even if I could see, I don't know if I'd want to like look and check, you know? Ew. This one, my mom sees people commenting, like DMing me on Instagram, because my mom helps with my Instagram, and she'll see it all the time, which is just straight up, can you see? Yeah, I've made an entire channel of content about how I do stuff as a blind person and about my story of vision loss, but I can see. My bio on Instagram says blind YouTuber and motivational speaker, but I can see. I just love that one. Can you see? And I don't know if they're just, again, it's like a more semantics, like they're just phrasing it wrong, like if they mean like, how much can you see? Which is a question I get a lot. It's shocking how many people ask. The answer is no, I can't. Now this is a question I haven't gotten in years because I have been single. Woo! I'm not lonely or bitter. Woo! But when I have had boyfriends in the past, always, without fail, if I mention my boyfriend to somebody, they go, oh, is your boyfriend blind? Why? Why is that the first question? I've never dated a blind person, and I don't know why. It's like everybody's first response is, oh, you must be blind. A sighted person would never date you. You could not date a sighted person, no. I don't know, it's like, no. I mean, I have lots of blind friends who have dated other blind people, and lots of blind friends who, like me, have like never dated a blind person, ever. It's not about like, oh, we're blind, we'll definitely get along. No, of course there's like certain things that we can definitely connect more over than others, but they say opposites attract, you know? I think it's actually more interesting when I'm like dating somebody who has such different life experiences than me, because there's so much you can like talk about and learn from each other. I just don't know why it's like the first response. I always like to put it in context. If you were talking to like an Asian girl and she was like, oh yeah, my boyfriend, would you be like, oh, is he Asian? Is that like the first question you would ask her? Or like talking to a redhead, like, oh, is your boyfriend a redhead? But you would never ask that as the first question. I just don't know why it's the first question. I am sure there are so many others that I could think of, but I have a sick brain right now. I mean, my brain's not sick, but like I'm sick, and you know there's like this brain thing that happens when you have like a head cold where it doesn't function. You know what that's all I've got for you today. Comment down below if any of these questions you had for me in your brain when you first started watching my videos. And if you're also blind, comment down below and let me know what questions do you get a lot that are either just like confuse you, or that you're just like so tired of answering again and again. And if some of them have been answered in this video, you can just direct them right over here to all those links that are down there. Give them all the answers. That's what I'm here for, giving all the answers. Alright, I love you guys oh so very much. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.